Hey guys, so this is another battle I had with Aaron. After that first battle with the Ubers, he kept challenging me to, trades or battles, and so every so often I, humor him. This time I actually have my Aegislash instead of that Hone Edge that I'd been training. And this time he brought a full team of 6, and he only brought Xerneas as an Uber. Technically Speed Boost Blaziken is an Uber as well, but let's not get into that. So I lead with my Scolipede as usual. This time I was a bit less autopilot, and he leads with Xerneas, which is kind of tough. So I go for the spikes, just because I know I want spikes up. That's really the main reason. If they don't have any priority moves, then I definitely put spikes down. He goes for the Geomancy, which means I know I have another turn before it really kicks in. So I lay in second layer of spikes, and then he, uses the stat boost of Geomancy as well as the speed boost. Geomancy, if you guys don't know, really ups your special attack and your special defense and your speed. So it's basically like kind of like a variant of Shell Smash, but it takes 2 turns and you don't get the negative stat drops. So I go for Protect now, expecting the Xerneas to use an attack, and I protect myself. So now this is, I believe, the 3rd speed boost I've gotten, so I basically outspeed anything. But since I still have full HP and the Focus Sash, I get my 3rd layer of spikes down, which means Scolipede really did all I could ask him to do. And he didn't even get KO'd by the Moonblast, which I thought was great. So that means I can use him a bit more. So I protect again, and I think what I wanted to do here is just try and either force him to Geomancy again so I could switch out and then do some damage to it, or just waste all of his moves, the PP and all that. So at that point I Baton Pass out, and then I bring in Aegislash, because this time it'll actually be able to take the hit, I believe. Like I said, I don't really do damage calcs, I just go off, what I think in my head and from past experience. So I do lose the Air Balloon, which is kind of frustrating, but that's okay. And then I go for the Iron Head. Now this Aegislash is actually not IV or EV trained to be slow, which is kind of frustrating, so he doesn't attack second, he usually goes first. But then this is the weird thing. The Xerneas used Geomancy again. It could have easily KO'd Aegislash. So I go for the Swords Dance, knowing that it'll still be locked in. And then Geomancy activates, and now at this point, this thing is really powerful. However, Aegislash has Shadow Sneak, or at least mine does. Maybe Aaron didn't remember that about, Aegislash. So I have got +2 Shadow Sneak, and that's basically enough to tear through Xerneas, which thankfully, otherwise I probably would have lost. This team might have gotten swept, except for my Mega Kangaskhan. Aaron brings out Hydreigon, which is actually a really good choice because fire-type moves, Earthquake, things like that. Hydreigon is really tough. However, Aegislash is Ghost and Iron. Hyper Voice really confused me. I don't know why you would use that on a Hydreigon. Like I said, Aaron just was a passerby that challenged me. He challenges me every couple of days now, which is kind of funny. But there's some interesting matches, some good practice. Good prediction work. Aaron sends out Talonflame, and Talonflame versus Aegislash is really a gamble. It's whoever gets the prediction right. If Viking Shield and Talonflame uses a boosting move, which it didn't use me first, which is kind of frustrating, then I'm pretty much KO'd. So I go for the +2 Shadow Sneak, hoping I can maybe take it out, and nope, didn't happen. So Flamethrower, not Flare Blitz. That also confused me. This team was really confusing me for a second. I don't know why you would use Flamethrower over Flare Blitz. But anyway, so I send Scolipede back in so I can get the speed boost to pass it off to someone else, just in case, it's a Gale Wings Talonflame that has priority over flying moves. And it uses Aerial Ace, so I'm assuming it doesn't have Brave Bird, which is also really confusing. So I don't need to worry too much from a pure base power of the attack standpoint. I think I can tank a lot of these hits. So I bring in Tyranitar, easily one of the best Talonflame counters, unless it has what is that bug type move that lets it switch out? I'm drawing a blank right now, but you guys know what it is. Anyways, so it uses me first, and then it uses my Stone Edge, but it misses. And of course, because it's Stone Edge, mine misses too. So you gotta love that. Stone miss, you know, every time. So it gets off the Flamethrower, but not effective. Assault Vest Tyranitar with special defensive bulk, EVs and IVs, and it's in Sandstorm. You're not going to do any damage. So I go for the Crunch, not wanting to miss another Stone Edge, because that usually happens to be my luck. And Aaron sends out Blaziken. Now this is interesting because Blaziken gets hit a little bit by the spikes, but it's a speed boost Mega Blaziken. I'm assuming it's the event Blaziken you were given, or rather that you raised from the event Torchic. So I go for Stone Edge, and it misses again, just my luck. And so I take massive damage from this double kick, and Tyranitar goes down. But at least it helped me KO Talonflame, so that's one major check to my team that's out. And Blaziken gets the speed boost, so this is when it starts getting a bit scary. Just like when Xerneas used Geomancy a second time, I was worried if I couldn't take it out, it would KO my whole team. So I send in Talonflame, hoping to go for the Brave Bird. He switches out to Charizard, which I know now is not Mega Charizard, so I don't have to worry about that. I know it's just regular old Charizard, nothing special. So I just hit it with a Brave Bird, do some damage, and then I hit it again, I believe, if he doesn't switch out. Yep, he doesn't switch out. I go for a second Brave Bird, get the 2-hit KO. Talonflame takes quite a bit of damage due to recoil, but that's okay because at this point his team is basically on the ropes. So I can make sure that Talonflame can switch out. Now, he brings out Chestnut, which is really odd in my opinion because flying, fire versus grass, not really a good reason to use it. And he goes for Spiky Shield, which is what I was expecting, kind of like the Aegislash Talonflame. And I will most likely always Swords Dance first turn against an Aegislash or anything that has Protect or some form of Protect, just because I know that's usually what they're going to use. So I Swords Dance, and now I'm at +2, and Talonflame is just at that point ready to wreck whole team. So Chestnut goes down easily, and I believe his last Pokemon is only that Mega Blaziken, which really is not going to be able to handle a +2 Brave Bird from Talonflame, which already has 3 priority from Gale Wings after 3 layers of spikes have hit it when it comes in. So I believe that pretty much ends the game. So Aaron put up a decent fight. Even with Ubers, it still doesn't matter. I mean, you can make a team of all Ubers, and if you don't have predictions, then you're not going to win pretty much.